Brandon.
Hey. Hey.
Let's get this to a manageable level. All right. Okay. Well, a second Green Day. Amazing.
Everybody's
Well,
confused.
So far.
Everybody's confused. So far. Yeah, that's so far. So far. Oh, a lot of news yesterday. Jeez Louise, man.
Well, let's get to it then.
I don't even know where to start. There's so much.
Was there any Michael Saylor news? Always start with Michael Saylor news, if there's any.
Oh, Michael Saylor. Yeah, I don't know what to believe anymore about reality with him, though. You know, like, is he genuine? Yeah, he's genuine. He's probably crazy. There was a lot of FUD about, obviously, them not getting included in the S&P and stuff, and they'll never be included because of all the, you know, the fact that they're not a company. I don't know if that's FUD. That might actually just be true. Anyway,
well, remember, you're making the mistake of saying that FUD means fake. FUD doesn't mean fake. Yeah, FUD means fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I am fearful, uncertain, and quite doubtful that MicroStrategy will be in the S&P 500 because it's not a company. I think those are warranted emotions.
True. So I guess, yeah, that's where we sit with that. Okay,
quality fun.
Let's get through this. Most of the stuff that I have here, because a lot of it's kind of important. I don't know. Should we go behind the wall for a lot of the Jupiter stuff though?
Actually, let's not do the Jupiter. But for the news, okay, we can push through that.
Because I want to do the launch, the Jupiter stuff. They have the wet launch and everything else. I want to talk about that behind the wall. That should just be special. I'm going to go through all that stuff. Vanguard, obviously, they launched their ability yesterday for their clients to buy into the IBIT ETF. They are going to start allowing their clients to buy. I think they're going to use IBIT. They're not going to launch their own ETF because Vanguard is Vanguard. And as you guys know, Vanguard decided at one point that they were not going to allow anybody to buy Bitcoin ever because it's an unsafe asset. Fast forward 18 months, and here we sit. They're now allowing their customers yesterday to buy Bitcoin. Now, yesterday, if you look at the volume of the IBIT ETF, it hit $5 billion. And I don't know if that's thanks to or because of the state of the market, thanks to Vanguard, or because of the state of the market, because that was a lot of volume that we had on IBIT yesterday. People buying like crazy or trading like crazy. So one or the other. If we go look, they haven't updated. Oh, yeah, they did update inflows. I'm going to go look at the inflows real quick because that's always good to look at. Here's the inflows yesterday. We had a net positive day again, 58 million, not some big days. So we're talking even over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive cycles. Crazy enough, 5 days in a row positive for inflows for the Bitcoin ETF, but hardly amounted to anything. We're talking 128, 150, 220, 228, 258, about $250 million. Whereas one day last week, the week before, they outflowed $1 billion. So how much of this is attributed to, and obviously we haven't seen the Vanguard stuff come through yet, but with the amount of volume that got traded in IBIT yesterday when they released their fund, I have to assume that there was some Vanguardians that got in there. But the problem is you got to look at the demographic of the Vanguardian client. I just don't know how apt they are to
74 years old, former test pilots for NASA.
Yeah. They're not like on the cutting edge of let's invest in AI, let's invest in Bitcoin. So Vanguard may go ahead and recommend that they do that. I don't know. We'll have to see how that kind of plays out.
They won't recommend because they were the ones that were publicly crapping all over Bitcoin. Remember? They said, we will never.
Yeah, I did see all that. They said they were never going to allow their clients to invest in it. And like I said, 18 months later, here we sit. They are letting their clients invest in Bitcoin. $1 late, $1 short. Actually, now it's not a...
That CEO's gone, isn't it? The guy that was there at that time?
Yes. That CEO's gone. So he had to walk out, though. I mean, he was embarrassed.
But you know what? Guys like that, they never actually take responsibility for their own decisions. So what he'll do is go, it's just a bunch of idiots in the market. Trust me, I'm right on this. He will never even admit to himself that he was wrong. That's just
Trust
the kind
me,
of
brah.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy that dude was. He there's certain people that just, it's like Jerome Powell. Don't show me the facts. I already know. I already know what's going on. I don't need your stupid facts. Trust me, I know. Okay, well. Bye.
The other thing that happened yesterday, Polymarket came out, or not Polymarket, but Bank of America came out and said they now recommend 1% to 4% in crypto. So they're going to start telling all their clients to do so starting January 5th. They're going to start telling their clients to do. I don't understand this announcement thing. Like, we recommend this, but we're not going to recommend it till January 5th.
Well, they have some media package and some also some internal compensation plan. Because remember, when all their people go out to their clients with these things, there's all sorts of commission and bonuses and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
That they have to pay their peddlers, their salesmen. Oh, sorry. I mean, their brokers. Yeah. So they have to figure out what that comp thing looks like. And so then they'll roll it out and say, okay, starting today, all your clients that because remember, they just want to move money from one pocket to the next so that they can get a commission. That's all that's at the brokerage service. That's all it is. Move it from A to B, sell A and buy B. Commission when you sell A, commission when you buy B.
Definitely.
It's got double commission, bitch.
So it looks like their 15,000 wealth advisors will be able to recommend it on January 5th. So that's kind of cool.
Jan 5.
All good news. January 5th. And then the last thing that I did want to mention, hold on, let me pull this. Oh, there it is. Fed chair. Do you know? Okay, so it looks like Trump is going to nominate Kevin Hassett.
Yeah.
So this guy, he historically speaking, I think he's going to be good. He does want to obviously lower interest rates. He is the one that back in the a long time ago, he was saying that the Dow is way undervalued and stuff like that. He was like saying all these assets are undervalued and they should go higher. So he's an advocate for that kind of stuff. I think he'll be good. He'll be better than Jerome Powell. He'll be good for interest rates. Good for loosening the economy. Yeah, good point.
The only thing worse than Jerome Powell was Janet Yellen. The only thing worse than Janet Yellen was Ben Bernanke. You got to go back to, oh, wait, that's just every one of them. Dang it.
So we've had a rough go at things.
Yeah.
Rough go. Oh, man. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, so that's what it's looking like right now. Anyway, that's the shimmy in the news this morning. I don't know what you saw besides just because the Jupiter stuff's going to take a while behind the wall. So what did you see?
No, on yesterday's call, I didn't say that people didn't know how to connect their hypercycle resources to Tilling. We never even mentioned Tilling, Chad. That never even came up. What I'm talking about is that as far as a node goes, a node where you put it in the stack, if you're a business and you want to deploy a hypercycle node, where do you put it, Chad? I'm going to ask you, where do you put that node? Any old answer will do. By the way, if anybody can answer that, by all means, let me know, because I still don't know. And then the next question is, if you do know where to put it, which you don't, I assure you, you don't. But if you do, what does it do? Anybody, feel free to answer that. So the point yesterday was they have this technology that people don't quite understand what it does. They don't quite understand how to deploy it. So they have a communication problem. And they still need to, dear God, Raphael, that's not the question. No, I'm not talking about you guys that want to make some money. I'm talking about for the nodes to do something in the fucking world, they need to do something. They need to be fucking plugged in somewhere and fucking talk to someone. Jesus Christ. And I'm not yelling at you guys. What I'm saying is they haven't made the story clear enough to anybody that any of us can answer that. Until they answer that, we wouldn't know. Like if I had a big business, oh, by the way, I do have a business. It runs AI compute. Matter of fact, that's all we do. This should be the perfect business. The perfect business for this. We don't have a fucking clue where to put that node. No clue.
For example, let's just say let's say you're driving a car, or actually let's say you got a car and it's got like this thing in front of you, like it's a column in front of you, and I gave you a steering wheel. And I said, here's a steering wheel. You would know exactly where to put it, right? And then you would know it turns the wheels, right?
Yes.
Or let's say I gave you a piece of software called Microsoft Word. You would know, you go put the disk in, you install Word, and then you can type up things on your computer because you know what Word does. Like, these things are all simple. What does a flipping node do?
Okay. I still think people don't understand what we're saying. This is another problem. You don't even understand what we're talking about not understanding. We don't even agree on misunderstanding. That's a problem. We're not talking about where you and I plug in our licenses and nodes to make money. I'm talking about how the motherfucker makes money. How does it make money? This is the underwear known problem. Step 1, collect the underwear. Step 2 and step 3, profit. Wait, what's step 2? Step 1, collect the underwear. Step 2 and step 3, profit. This is the same thing. Step 1, hypercycle nodes. Step 2 and step 3, profit. I'm a little vague on step 2. They're not clueless, which is what I'm guessing you meant to say. What it is it's the problem of a bunch of computer scientists and AI scientists and mathematicians not being able to effectively communicate what's in their head. I think it's that. What do you think it is, Brandon? The kind of communication gap?
Yeah, they can't explain what it does easily. You guys keep saying compute. It does compute. Okay. So I guess.
So what's that, Benjamin? What's compute?
How does it do compute? What is it? So let's just say you have a piece of software. You guys all know what a computer is. If you guys download Google Chrome, you guys can get on there and you can access the internet. That's your gateway to the internet. Where do you put a node, or what does it do? What is a node? If you have a node, where do you put it? So you say all these things are going to go do compute. How and what does that even mean?
Patsy and I think me and Brandon and Patsy, we are the first three that get this problem. I've tried to explain this even to the hypercycle people, and they're like, "Oh, what do you mean? Did you make your AI smarter?" I'm like, "How?" Well, because it makes it smarter. How? Step 2.5, who's paying? Well played, Michael. Well played.
Well played.
So that's the thing is, I know, Chad, the Hyper AI box doesn't solve for the explanation no more than the underwear box solves for the explanation of how underwear makes profit.
And Chad kind of cheated. He's like, he used a piece of hardware in his description of it. He doesn't use the word node license or node factory.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what a node factory is. Yeah, I understand a computer can process. Like, I understand that. My CPU, I put in a processor, and it does.
It's got processor technology in the form of chips and transistors and resistors that all work together, and they process transactions, mostly in ones and zeros, but to a degree in grayscale now as we get more advanced. That's processing.
Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem, is they can't even explain what a node factory or what a license or what it does. Like, how does it?
Okay, it's like a toll bridge. Go on. A toll of what? To who? From who? Between who? And where do you put this toll bridge? How do people find the toll bridge? So the point of yesterday was that I thought it was there's a lack of communication, and until they clear up the communication, there wouldn't be a demand for ANT fees because no one would know what they do or where the hell they go. Even if I had a business right now where Anfis would help me. Again, I do have one. It's called Cinema, right? It's all AI. The whole fucking thing is AI. There's nothing that's terrestrial about it. It is all AI, 190%. We don't know where to put this thing. We don't even understand what it would do. We don't know what it would do. We're not sure it would do anything.
I heard you had a good meeting.
Yeah, we had a good meeting, but we all left with more questions than we came in with. And my guys are like, this sounds cool. And then there's a pause. And then they're like, but what does it do exactly? And I said, I don't know. So if you're a business person that's doing AI compute and this is something that would make your life better, they need to be able to communicate that to these business leaders and to these like developers and things like that. They need to communicate in a way that we would understand, what does it actually do? Where do you plug it in? And what can I expect? I just don't think they've done that. They've just, it's all very vague. You know, like someone set you up for a blind date. What's she look like? Oh, she's so cool. Okay. I got you. She's cool. No, funny. It's very funny. You will laugh so much. What's she look like? How tall is she? She's awesome. Okay. You're not answering my question. I know nothing about her, except that I'm assuming she's really fat, because that's what being awesome and funny and cool is. Basically, that's just parlance for fat. I don't know what the words translate to in AI compute parlance. I don't know what those ancillaries are, but right now that's what I'm hearing. How does the node work? It's so cool. Okay, awesome. Where do I plug it in? Oh, it's awesome. Great. We've established that. That node is going to make you laugh. Oh, great. It's fat. So none of us know. Okay. Again, these are bumper stickers, Rafael. If a mechanical bot needs surgical information, it may use the toll to get that information. Okay, I get it. You're underwear gnoming. Explain that. You guys, am I the only one that's having a problem wrapping my mind around this? Or am I the only one that's actually tried to implement these nodes in a company that does nothing but AI? This shit is so abstract. I guarantee you, none of you motherfuckers understand this. None of you do, because none of us do. And we're in the meetings for 3 hours a week and we don't understand. And the people that are building it can't put it into plain speak for us in a way that we can implement it. Listen to what I'm saying. I have a company right now with 8 developers that use more compute every hour than you have ever used in your entire life. I promise you. In your entire life, we use more compute every hour than you have used in your entire existence. This should be the prime candidate for nodes. We should have nodes coming out of our asshole. I should be climbing through nodes to get to my computer. I should have to yell across a sea of nodes to get to the other developers to have our stand-up call in the morning. But no one can figure out where to put the motherfuckers because no one can explain it clearly enough. And if we are on the inside and we're having this trouble, then don't you think that's a pain point? Like if you have a company that you can't, Brandon, give me an example. When you had a construction company, right?
Yeah.
Tell me in 3 sentences what your construction company did.
Less than that. We built homes.
Okay.
3 words. 3 words.
Tell me another business that you've had and give me an explanation of it.
Another business? Okay, so we had a bunch of retail clothing stores. Okay, this one might be a little bit. We bought and sold new and used clothing.
Okay, and you kind of arbitrage that.
Yeah, so people would come in, bring us their stuff they didn't want. We would buy that, and then we would sell it for a higher price. Done.
Okay, like Buffalo Exchange kind of thing.
Yeah, Buffalo Exchange, exactly.
Okay,
yes.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense. Yes, Chris, you nailed it. A confused mind won't make a decision. You will defer decision making. You will. Yes, Patsy nailed it too. This is what I'm saying. This stuff's got to be cleaned up to the point where somebody that could implement this stuff will, because right now there's probably tons of companies that could use hypercycle nodes to do all sorts of fantastic things that no one understands what to do. Listen, I've had my developers on the phone with the co-founder, Tufi's co-founder, Dan, and they've talked for hours. And it's cool. Man, these awesome talks. We still don't know anything. So it should be like this. It should be a 15-minute call. There should be a very easy plug and play experimental thing that you can say, look, we'll show you. It'll increase your throughput here, or it'll decrease your costs for running those, Lambda clusters by X amount because of this. Like, there is none of that. There's just none of that. I can take someone right now, put them behind my computer, do a screen share with my dev, and we can show people how our software works. We can take you through it. Take your script, upload your script. It takes the script, it rips it apart, creates a coverage. This is how coverage looks. It creates a storyboard, a couple of storyboard frames to push you towards purchasing storyboard. Here's your output. It'll recommend whether this is something a producer should keep, get rid of, invest in. It'll look at the script and it'll make a bunch of recommendations on changes. Look, here's the output. Now, where does it go from here? It goes to storyboard. It takes the written words and turns them into picture frames. So you can start changing camera scenes. You can touch a button and a thing happens. We can do that. You can't do that with Hypercycle. That's still not been done. I've never seen a node do anything. I guess it does. I've just never seen it. So if you can't show me what it does and you can't explain what it does, then how are you going to sell this service to people, even if they need it? If you can't explain it, you can't sell it. People can't implement what they don't understand. This is my frustration. That was my frustration. Still my frustration. So they're sitting on all this cool stuff that's in some hieroglyph alien language that no one understands. So until they can communicate that, they're just going to languish. I mean, eventually they will figure this out. When Brandon and I say stuff, it usually takes about 1.5 years for it to sink in, but then they'll have an epiphany that is a lot like what we said 18 months ago. So I think we're still, about 6 or 8 months out before what we said 1 year ago would finally resonate. We'll see. Well, no, yeah, I mean, they should, but I'm not sure.
What would it do though? Like, what would the node do for your company, Nick?
I don't know how.
Steven, Steven, how would a node help their company?
Yeah, I would love to do it. It'd be awesome. Yeah, let's do it. Let's run some nodes.
So you say get Cinema up and running on the nodes. How? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, that's the problem, Steven. We don't know how to implement. You know how to implement Cinema? You go to the site, you log in, you upload, and you start a project. Or if you don't know anything, you just start talking to it and you start. So there's a way to actually do stuff. With a Hypercycle node, we don't even know what to do.
Explained your whole business easily. Everybody just understood it. Like everything in Hypercycle should be understood this easily as well.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be this confused this late in the game. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating.
Yeah. Tupi's great. Yeah. He ain't going to explain it. 2 sentences. You're going to get 2 diatribes.
Oh, boy. Nick and I just got off a hour-long... Well, what did we talk about?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly don't know either, Nick. I
took a question.
I know I was taking hypothetical calls at some point in the meeting.
Oh no, I said you wouldn't take a call, remember?
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I know I wouldn't take a hypothetical phone call. Everything's hypothetical.
Oh, that was the unicorn thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, exactly. How did we get there? That's hilarious.
Well,
that's okay. I'm neither here nor there. It's everywhere.
Yeah. The point is, no matter what you have, many of you are business owners, many of you probably have had businesses in the past, things like that. What is?
Please hold on. Please stop kicking the dead horse. Let me go ahead and read the 40 questions before you said that, Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin. We didn't just come up with this as our topic for the day.
sorry if we're addressing.
We like to talk about this after enduring a meeting, after enduring a hypercycle meeting. You think we like? Trust me.
Yes.
This horse going to the glue factory, baby. No,
it's not. That's going to produce unicorns. But yeah, let's. I mean,
well, think about this. There's lots of ways to explain Bitcoin. There's lots of ways, but the technology is very clear and concise. You know how to buy it. You know how to sell it. You know how to move it around. Everyone does. Everyone. So
can I do? Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
Can I do one last little blob before we go behind the wall?
Yes.
Get it?
Yes, please.
See what I did there? See blob? See what I did there? Segue into the Fusaka update. When is that? December 3rd. Is that today? What up? Okay, so one of the main things that the Fusaka update is going to do is it's going to increase the fees for blobs. So typically in the past, the fees have been so minimal, you haven't even been able to notice. So this person built a website that would simulate the blob fees based on the current blob size. And so because of the new changes and stuff like that, there's actually going to be a lot of Ethereum burned. I don't know how well this or how accurate this is, but it's saying like every 12 seconds. Let's go to, you guys can't even see. Oh yeah, you can. You move the comments. So in the last hour, they're saying about 0.321. Let's go last 24 hours. They're saying about 27 ETH would have been burnt if the Fusaka update would have been. So currently almost 0 ETH is being burnt through blobs and through the blob. When they take a blob and they give it to the layer 1, when they give it to Ethereum, 0 ETH is burnt pretty much. They have no fees that they're paying right now. So all these layer 2s have been layer 2ing for free. That free trial is coming to an end today is what's happening. So let's go last 7 days. Man, no, last 30 days.
This is where I'm going to give, if this works out, this is where, Brandon, you and I get to do the biggest I told you so in history. Because a few years ago, when all these layer 2s were popping, I was like, I was like, no. This is not the end run. These layer 2s aren't just going to get to suck value out of Ethereum forever. What'll happen is Vitalik and his crew will let these guys build and build and build and build and build, and then they'll go up with the blob fee.
That's exactly what's happening. So in simple English terms, and tell me if I'm understanding this correctly. Now, every single layer 2, if they're to operate on the same level that they have been operating, ETH becomes incredibly deflationary again very quickly. Over the last 30 days, if they would have integrated the Fusaka update and no changes were made to the layer 2's compression rate for their blobs, they would have burnt about $242 million worth of Ethereum. That's gone. So 78,000 Ethereum's gone. So that means, what does that mean for us? In simple terms, blob fees going up. The layer 2s are going to have to pay more, so they're going to have to either get more economical than they already are, or everybody's just going to start using Ethereum again, which, why wouldn't they? Look at the flipping gas rate that we've had lately. Whatever happened over the last few updates has worked.
Yeah, well, not only that, but interop is coming.
Yes.
Which is going to basically mute the beauty of all these layer 2s. It's going to make them all one big fat layer 2 sandwich.
Oh, boy.
Because if you can trade between, if all you have to do is keep Ethereum and you can trade between all these layer 2 assets, why would you hold Ethereum on Base, Ethereum on Optimism, Ethereum on Athena, Ethereum on, just go down the list, right? You wouldn't.
Yeah, go down the list.
You wouldn't. My guess is this takes most layer 2s, the token value, to 5 or 10 cents. Some very nominal amount.
Have you ever seen it this 0.04 Gwei? There were times, dude, this is like, we were paying 10,000 times this amount in the NFT days. We were paying 400 Gwei.
You know who's back?
Not NFTs? Who's back again?
Vitalik.
Dude, Vitalik's making some swings, man.
Vitalik is back, coming. Baby. We've had so many years of thinking that the minds in the space were Charles Notskins, Garling Mouth, Greg Bread Garlic Mouth, Chris Grand Larceny, Sleazy CZ, Mike. I think I'm Tony Stark Novogratz, but I'll lose all your money and get a Luna tattoo. Do Kwon, Kyle Davies, Jushu, Alex Mashinsky, all these scumbags. Those have been all the people that we've been talking about. Those are the people in crypto. Those aren't the people in crypto. Those people are not in crypto. They're in slop. They're junk salesmen. Vitalik is back.
Vitalik's smart. This is a big deal. This is cool.
Turns out that big brain of his really is full of brains.
Dude, he makes all the rest of those yahoos look like scrammers. I don't even know, man. It's not good.
Sometimes his mind blows my mind.
I just want to show you guys this because this goes live today. This is a big deal. I think we're gonna see even more repercussions to this, to the upside for Ethereum in the future. Coming soon, very soon.
I think it's gonna weigh. I think at some point people will game this out and realize it's gonna weigh on the layer 2s.
Yeah, definitely.
Because what's your value proposition now? Own optimism. Why? Well, because the op stack. Yeah, I know, I get it. Your software, everybody uses it. But why token? You remember? We used to ask that question. That used to be important in the 5 T's. Why token? It matters. The answer is
matter.
I can't. if you're an op, and also I wonder, based on this and based on how bad Monad flopped, I wonder if maybe Coinbase doesn't launch Base as a separate token now.
Oh yeah. Maybe they will stick to their guns. Yeah, maybe they'll stick to their guns and no token it. No token.
I don't know why there would be. And if you're looking at this, why would you launch a token?
Yeah, you wouldn't. You would not.
And if they do, that's the scummiest thing they've ever done. Because they're launching into an environment where layer 2 tokens don't mean anything. Is there a need for Chainlink in oracles? Okay, this is a tricky one. Is there a need for Chainlink? No. Is there a need for oracles? Well, yes. You need trusted oracles that can push information about the environment outside a smart contract into a contract. That's what an oracle does, right? A trusted oracle takes information out here, weather information, right? And say you have a smart contract that is a yes or a no based on it's 72 degrees, yes or no. Well, an oracle needs to push that information in. Nope, it's only 68. Okay, cool. The answer is no. So somebody in a trusted manner has to have, but, okay, now on the other side of it, is Chainlink necessary? No. Does the Chainlink token have anything to actually do with the functioning of the oracles of their network? No. And are oracles all that special? Not really. Can other protocols and other basically, do you need Chainlink for oracles? Absolutely not. Is it a good idea to have a trusted network of oracles? Yes. Is it a good idea for Sergey and his dipshit developers to be that network? Absolutely not. So that's the problem. It's that not really anybody, no one meaningful is competing in that space because there's nothing unique about oracles. I think it's a weird thing. Chainlink is kind of a weird company because they don't really have a lot of competition because it's not really a thing that people are competing in. A protocol itself can launch its own oracles. It can be supported by validators and things like that. You don't need Chainlink. You just don't need it. And you certainly don't need the token because the token doesn't do anything. That's the biggest example of why token. No, there isn't a reason. The Chainlink token doesn't do anything. It does nothing. It's just a money grab for the developers. Okay, well, cool, I guess. So as long as, I mean, you just got to be okay with that. So is there a need for Chainlink? No. Is there a need for oracles? Yes. At least currently, the way information works, getting pushed into a smart contract. There may be other more advanced ways to inform smart contracts, but it's just going to be an advanced version of a kind of oracle. Okay, should we get behind the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're here, baby. That's why we're here.
Okay, let me do this. I'm going to touch some buttons. Touch some buttons.